What's going on, everybody? It's Gribbers here. Today we're going to go ahead and finish up the San Diego Chaos Theory, otherwise known as the Lost World, here on Jurassic World Evolution 2. We did end the first video here, part 1, kind of a little bit of a cliffhanger. I did stop at the, probably, at least to me, the hardest point of this mission, to go ahead and take care of these nature guests in the park. So we're going to go ahead and load up the game here and kind of give some tips and tricks on how to go ahead and get these nature guests into your park. Typically, there's 4 ways to do this, but in this mission here, there's actually only 2. So we'll take a look at them in just a second here. So at this point in the mission, we have to get 100 adventure guests into our park. And there's only 2 ways to take care of this here. You could either have some of your smaller dinosaurs get eaten by carnivores, such as your 2 T-Rexes here. They would gain some infamy and attract some more guests into the park here. I'm not really a big fan of that because that's a little bit unpredictable. You know, they could take a while to try to eat them up. It could be quick. You know, they could kind of ignore them. You're not really sure. But the easiest way that I personally think is to go ahead and build these park tours. So whenever you go down to attractions here, if you pick the park tour, you can see that it's desired by the orange here, which is the adventure guest. That's what you're looking for. So this will bring in some adventure guests into the park. They're actually not that hard to build. We have some type of obstruction. Okay, the dinosaurs happen to be right there. That's probably why. Yeah, this guy's right here, but we'll start somewhere else. But you could build these park tours here inside your exhibits to go ahead and bring in some more guests here. So we conveniently left a little bit of space here on this Dilophosaurus enclosure here, and for whatever reason this guy is a little bit upset, we'll take care of that real quick. And it looks like he's okay. I'm not sure why he's uncomfortable, but long story short here, we're going to build a park tour inside of this carnivore enclosure here. It's going to be under attractions and park tour. So we're going to put it right here. And it happens to be too far away from a generator, so we're going to go ahead and build one over here as well. I'm going to put it right there. We're going to let it build real quick, and then we'll pause it. So you do need a path, of course. Build the path real quick. We're going to need some power, so we'll put a generator in here as well. And did not leave enough space, apparently, but that's okay. We can always fix it later. All right, now that it's built, we can actually go ahead and take care of the track. It says incomplete track there. You do need to build a complete track around the enclosure here. So just click on Park Tour again, hit R1 to switch over to the tour track here. And if you zoom in, it kind of builds from both sides here. So 1, 2, both sides kind of have to have a path here. So hopefully we left ourselves enough room, and it looks like we did. It's best to go pretty much around the outside of your enclosure. Reason being is it's going to give these guests more of a chance to go ahead and see these dinosaurs while on the actual track here. So try to stick to the outside. And there we go. So we do have the complete track now. So if we go ahead and resume the game here, which we will in a second, you'll actually see some cars here enter or exit out of this park tour. They'll start to ride this here. They'll be safely in Jeep, though, so they can't get attacked, and they'll kind of check out these Dilophosauruses here. So they'll kind of be able to see them, and it'll raise our adventure guest count here. So we're going to go ahead and unpause the game here. We're currently sitting at 0 adventure guests, and this should bring at least a couple in. We're going to speed it up just a second here. So there goes the park tour. There's 2 of them. You can actually click on this here and drive the tour vehicle or ride in the tour yourself. So you can actually get inside the car here And we're going to go ahead and pause the game real quick. So we do have just this one park tour here in this Dilophosaurus enclosure here, and we already bumped up to 16 adventure guests. So 16 adventure guests right off the bat. That was pretty limited effort there, not too bad whatsoever. So that's going to be good to go. That's going to help us out there. The park tours are actually really cool because you can combine them over multiple enclosures. And here's what I mean here. So the first dinosaur we got in this chaos theory was these guys right here. They're just herbivores. You know, they're nice, they're friendly, so they're not going to do anything. And we do have a couple of small carnivores over here, but you can actually combine these two enclosures. So you can actually build a park tour within multiple enclosures if you wanted to. I could expand it all the way over to the T-Rex here. I'm not going to, but you could, and therefore put it all the way to the fourth one here. I kind of do like the map layout of how they do have these lines here already built in, so the guests can just kind of walk up and down and see them through the fence line here. So I'm not trying to get rid of that, but in order to combine these two here, we do have to go ahead and get rid of this. But there happens to be nobody there anyways, so it's not like it's a very high traffic source here, so we're going to go ahead and delete this path real quick. So that's gone. And all we have to do is go ahead and connect these fences here. Right there and right there. So now the only thing separating these two enclosures is just this one gate right here. But by doing this, we can actually go ahead and build a park tour for both of these enclosures together here. So we're going to go ahead and work on that here in a second. I'm going to try to see if I can put it right here. So we're going to edit this enclosure just a little bit here. We're going to need a little bit of space. We'll let that fence build real quick here. That should be enough room. So let's go ahead and try that out now. And it is. There we go. You can actually build the track while it's being completed here. I just didn't on the first one, but you actually can. So I want this to be a multi-exhibit park tour here. So all you have to do is just approach the fence, and it's going to give you a gate automatically. So just kind of complete that there, and just keep moving. This is also why I did place the water for the animals here in the middle of the enclosure, so it won't affect the park tour here. If you had the water on the outside, it would not work. And we're out of power somewhere, so we're going to take care of that first. All right, we'll resume there, and we'll finish off this park tour. So we're currently sitting at 32 adventure guests here, and we'll kind of see how many this bumps us up to whenever we do complete this then. And there we go. So this park tour actually is going to span over 2 enclosures here. And there it goes right there. So they just walk right through the fence there. They just drive right through. They don't walk, might I say. So they just go right through it. They're going to check out these little small carnivores here. They're going to swoop all the way around, go through the other gate here, and check out these herbivores over here. So now we're up to 44 adventure guests. That's not too bad. We're almost about halfway there. Actually, we're at 47 now, so that's cool. So honestly, that's the hardest part about this mission. We're actually up to 51 now as we keep advancing time, but I find this the easiest way to go ahead and get adventure guests into your park. So I'm going to go ahead and put another tour ride back here. And I do have this enclosure combined with the 2 herbivores, kind of like these 2 right here. So I'm going to build a big park tour over both of these right here. We actually don't have anybody in here yet, now that I noticed that. So we need to fix that here anyways. We do need 8 dinosaur species. I was going to put a Triceratops back in here. They're not there quite yet, so let's check out our fossils here. We do have some more Triceratops fossils, so we'll take care of that. And we'll send out one more expedition here just to make sure that we have enough Triceratops. So we'll wait for that to come back there. And while we're waiting for that to come back, that's going to auto-complete our dinosaur species of 8. And hopefully that should get us to the 3-star park once we take care of these. So we're going to work on building a couple more park tours here. Also, you could build a specific building here that helps out just a little bit. If you build a guest attraction, you can see that it's desired by the orange again. That's what we're looking for here. The adventure guest. So if you do build one of these, you're going to get a little bit of a boost for your kind of status here for your adventure guest. So we'll build that over here real quick. It should help us out just a little bit. So we're up to 64 adventure guests here. Not too bad. We're almost there. And once the cinema gets in, it should bump it up a little bit here. We're at 66 now. The cinema is complete. We're up to 72, down to 69. So we're about that 70 mark, which isn't bad whatsoever here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the game real quick. I do want to put this tour ride in here. So we're going to go ahead and build this now. The park tour, might I say. Just got to find a good spot. We're going to go ahead and edit this real quick just to make it easier. We're going to get some more straight lines. That should be enough room now. There we go, and it's close enough to a power source, so we are good here. Go ahead and we'll finish that track. You can pause the game, you could keep it rolling, it's up to you. I'm just going to keep it rolling here at this point. Our money's in a really good spot, so it's not an issue by any capacity. And the fossils are back here, so we're going to go ahead and pause this tour real quick and take care of that. We're up to 77 adventure guests here, so we're getting there. That's actually going to complete our genome there at 100%, so not too bad. We'll put in that Triceratops, and pretty much these objectives should be good to go here. We might need to edit this environment just a little bit here. We are taking out some of the big trees, as you can see. The only tough part about these park tours is some of those curves are just really tough to work with. So sometimes it's almost better to just do small pieces at a time here. Had a little bit of an issue connecting those. And the curve is just too sharp here. And there we go. So we now have another park tour here. We're up to 90 adventure guesses, I can see. 93 now. It's going to span over this giant enclosure here and this one as well. So now that our Triceratops is good to go, we're going to go ahead and start to incubate them here. It looks like somebody needs a break there. Make sure to rest them up. And the Triceratops are good to go now. Let's go ahead and finish them. We only got 2 of them. I believe that they need at least 3 in their group. So we're actually going to build some more of them as well. But we'll wait on that just a second here because we do want to complete this other park tour. Do have to watch out for the hatchery here. And it looks like the hatchery is really far, so we'll go ahead and we'll move this water here just a little bit. And the curve is just a little bit too sharp here, so we're going to edit this environment just a little bit. Having a little bit of a hard time here. And the curve is still too sharp here. This one is being very, very difficult. There we go. Now we're good. So I finally got that park tour done. That one was a little bit difficult for whatever reason, but that's okay. We do need some more Triceratops here. They like to be in large groups. And there's our adventure guest there. So we're going to go ahead and pause the game real quick. So we did hit 100 adventure guests here. That's what we're looking for. And here's how we did it on this video. We do have one park tour here spanning 2 enclosures. And once we put these Triceratops in here, it's actually going to booster that up a little bit more. So we'll be well past 100 here. So we have one park tour. We have 2. There's a third one right here. And there's a fourth one right here. So I do have 4 separate park tours here. And it did complete our task of getting 100 adventure guests here. So that's all that it took. Not too bad. We got 2 more there. We do want to make sure that we give our scientists a little bit of a rest to make sure they're doing okay. So we're actually going to go ahead and airlift these guys out of here. We're going to put them in the enclosure.
Collecting asset. Heading to pick up the asset.
We're going to need some water, of course, so we'll put that there in the middle. We did edit this environment just a tad with this park tour, so we do need to make sure these guys are doing okay, and their status check has expired anyways, so we're going to go ahead and send a ranger team out there just to check on them, make sure they're doing okay.
Asset transportation complete. Transporting asset.
So they just need some more ground fiber here.
Asset delivered.
And there we go. They are good to go. We have another batch here finishing up.
En route to pick up the asset.
So we're going to have 4 Triceratops here. We're going to take a look at our park rating real quick. That's the only objective we're missing currently here. So it looks like we need some accommodation rating and some more shelters. Could use some restrooms as well. So once we kind of fix up these, we should get all of these objectives completed here. So we do have access to a large hotel at this point.
Asset being transported. Delivery has been completed. Assets in the air.
Looks like our Triceratops are doing good there, so they're good to go. So we're going to finish off just a couple of buildings here, and we should complete this objective then.
Asset delivery confirmed.
There we go. Our accommodation rating went up to 100%. Our shelter coverage here is at 96, and the restroom is at 92. So we're looking good on those. We're almost at 3 stars here. We'll take just a look at our food coverage as well. So we're missing a little bit of coverage, and that's kind of the issue here that's dragging us down. So, and we did just build kind of this whole section over here, so that's why we're kind of lacking on the 3 stars here. But it actually auto-completed anyway, so we're good, but we're still going to put these in here nonetheless.
New land that's available to build on. We can expand the park. Really make it something.
So it looks like one of our Triceratops did ultimately get sick here, so we're going to go ahead and send our MVU just to take care of them. So these couple modules over here actually aren't really going to be profitable for the time being. We did build this path over here for the next objective, is we're going to need to expand this park just a little bit more here. So there's a little bit of space there in the corner, so I'm going to put a carnivore in there. So that's kind of why we built this path, but kind of the more paths that you build, the more space you give your guests to kind of walk around, the more amenity coverage that you're going to need. So the reason we were kind of stuck there in that objective for the time being is that we built this whole path here, and there wasn't anything to really take care of it. So once we put those amenities in there, they should be good to go. And laceration is a serious injury here, so we do need to tranquilize them and send them over to the actual unit here for treatment. So we'll go ahead and we'll tranquilize them here real quick. Yeah, we'll leave that go for the time being. It's actually getting negative money there, but that's okay. So we do need $6 million to go ahead and expand the park boundary. So we're just going to speed up time here real quick. Our profit is very, very healthy right now, so it'll take just a second here.
Asset to be collected. Asset has been collected.
So we do need some more coverage over here and over here as well. But we didn't leave ourselves too much space here. So we are looking for $6 million here. We're at about 6.3, 6.4, so we're going to go ahead and complete this research here and get to our next set of objectives, and that's actually going to be the final set here once we do ultimately take care of this one. All right, so the park is expanded here, so we do have access to all of this land over here now, but we're not going to need that under any capacity here. It's just not needed for this mission. These are going to be the final 3 objectives that you do need. You need 40 total dinosaurs, a park rating of 4 stars, and 10 dinosaur species here. So I'm going to go ahead and build a carnivore enclosure in the back here. There's plenty of room. And this should bring in some more traffic here on this side over to these guys over here and make them also profitable. So we're going to go ahead and do some expeditions here.
Planned doesn't mean that it's useless. And when it comes to Jurassic Park, that has surprisingly turned out to be true for now. So perhaps what's been achieved in San Diego is a tribute to those who would never leave the island. A painful and tragic legacy, but one that would be the foundation of a world forever changed by resurrecting its past and then turning it into theme park attractions. The fact that no one could have predicted that dinosaurs and humans would breathe the same air gives me pause. And it also makes me smile.
So we're just waiting for this expedition to be done here. We're also building a large amenity here because we're going to expand over on this part here just to kind of complete this last objective. And the feeder does need resupplied here. That's a live prey feeder. So we'll just get rid of it and get another one. And we just put in these couple new buildings here, and they're instantly filling up. They're making a profit already, so we're going to go ahead and make them more profitable. Everybody likes donuts, so we'll put in some donuts there. There we go, 22,000. 29,000. That's awesome there. Can we make it 30? Apparently not, but hey, 29,000 is great. This one is the furthest back off of the path, so it's not going to make the most money right now. But once we ultimately kind of put this last enclosure in the back here, then it will start to fill up. So those fossils are back here. Let's go ahead and take care of them. Always take the money first. And it's going to make a 76% genome there, so that's going to be good enough. So we're going to go ahead and try to incubate them after that. Just make sure to rest our scientists here. We're going to go ahead and send out another expedition here. We're looking for an herbivore here. We'll choose these guys. We're of course going to need some water, so we're just going to put that here in the beginning. We could ultimately expand this path here and put a park tour here. We'll see if we needed to get to 4 stars. We may not. So the fossils are completed here. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can incubate this guy. We're at 76%, but our staff is actually busy, so we can't do that. But in the meantime, we might as well go ahead and build this final enclosure here we're going to need to complete the mission. Just going to kind of latch it onto that one right there. We do have plenty of land over here. We're just not going to need it here for this mission. That should be good, hopefully. So now we can try to incubate these carnivores over here now that some of our scientists are happy, healthy, and rested. So we're pretty much good on shelters. We don't need anything there. We could use a restroom over here, as we can see. Just kind of looking for the red. I did have a previous video kind of about amenities and coverage here. So anywhere that there's red, there isn't coverage. So there's a little bit over here that is lacking. But nope, not enough space there. But we could definitely fix out the restrooms over here. So we're going to go ahead and put one in right here. Looks like our carnivores are good to go here. We do get 3 of them. But they are expensive here. They're 800,000 each, so we don't have quite enough cash to take care of them. So we're going to have to wait just a little bit there for those guys. But they're going to be in the waiting. We're at about 3.5 stars there. Once we get this last couple into the park, we should bump up to that 4-star and auto-complete here this mission and be done with this chaos theory. Somebody ran out of power. Hopefully we got some money here off of these fossils. That's what I like to see. 130,000, 640,000 right there. That's awesome. Gonna give these two guys a break here real quick. So we need 2.4 million to go ahead and synthesize these carnivores here, so we're almost there. We're gonna go ahead and let that take care of itself here first. We'll put them into the park, hopefully drive up some more business here. We do have to make sure we watch out for our fuel, though, so that does take a lot of money, unfortunately. So now we're down to 1.7, but it goes up quick. We're a very happy, healthy, and profitable park here. These T-Rexes are relentless. They're always trying to fight with these guys. And we actually we actually forgot about our Triceratops here. Sorry, buddy. Let's go ahead and put him back into the enclosure. Sorry about that, my guy. As you can see, here's our park rating here. We're at 631,000 income per minute. We're at about a 3.5 stars. So we're looking very, very good here. We're looking for that magic 2.4 million here. Get these carnivores into their enclosure.
Asset in transit.
We're at 2.4, but just in case something goes wrong or we run out of fuel, we're going to make sure we get over that mark just a little bit here. We're at 2.6, so that should be good now.
Asset has been transported.
We do have a lot of enclosures here at this point, so you could build kind of another team here just to kind of make sure everybody's doing okay. So we could build another response facility if we wanted to here, but we're going to try to get by with not doing that. Looks like everybody's doing okay, but these Triceratops actually do need a status check, so we'll just manually send them out. Actually, just to make it easy, we'll just build another one. We were going to try to just get by here, but we do want to make sure everybody's doing okay. And our carnivores are ready. They're good to go here. Let's go ahead and get them into the park.
Heading to collect the asset.
We're probably going to need a little bit more water here, so we'll put a little bit more in. That should be good, hopefully. So we do have 9 total species here now.
Transit has commenced.
We're going to try to get our 10th species right there.
Asset has been delivered.
So they need some sand and prey here. That's all that they need.
Transportation underway.
And they're going to be good to go here. Let's take a look at them. I believe that these guys were in the 5th movie here.
Complete.
They did have a little standoff there with the T-Rex. We got 2 in there now. And they are 100% healthy here. They're good. So this should drive a little bit more business this way here sometime soon. But our herbivores here are ready to go. Let's go ahead and take care of them.
Confirming asset delivery.
These guys are good to go here. Just going to check out our park rating here real quick. Our coverage is really good. Everything else is good too, so... There's not really enough room here for this, so that's okay. 97% is good enough.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
We're actually going to edit this just a little bit here. We have plenty of open space, so we're going to go ahead and try to put in another park tour here.
Commencing asset transit. Assets in the air.
It's a lot easier to do a park tour whenever you have a very large and open area, such as this one.
Asset delivered.
We could put another park tour here over for these guys. That actually might help out our rating a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to edit this here. We're going to put this park tour and just expand it into this 3rd enclosure here.
Asset in transit.
So once these guys kind of make their way through the Triceratops here, we're going to go ahead and expand that into these carnivores and kind of get a little bit more of a better park rating. Always make sure to check on your new dinosaurs here. They need some ground nut and some ground fiber. It looks like they are lonely, so they do like to be in a big group here, so we're going to make some more of them real quick. We do need to give our one scientist a rest there. Go back over here to these guys. Ground nut and ground fiber.
Asset delivery confirmed.
So that's good for them. They just need a couple more friends here, so they are lonely. It's going to take us 3 minutes here. Hopefully these guys should be okay, though, in the time being. We're going to go ahead and pause the game real quick to expand this track. There we go. We built a larger park tour here. It's going to expand into 3 enclosures here. 1, 2, 3. It's going to get to see 2 herbivores and a carnivore here at the back end. So we could use a little bit more food coverage here. And these guys are finally good to go here. Let's go ahead and put them in their enclosure with their friends over here.
Picking up asset.
They're sitting at about 85% comfort, so they're not going to try to run away. They're not going to try to break out, but as soon as we put some more in here, they're going to be happy. They're going to be healthy.
Asset being transported. Asset transported. Transporting asset. Asset has been transported.
Check on these guys over here. So now they have 6 in the enclosure, so they are good to go. We do have a storm incoming here, so we're going to go ahead and pause this real quick just to open up all of our emergency bunkers here. I'm going to go ahead and resume here then. So once we weather this storm, hopefully we should be good to go on this chaos theory here. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this storm here to get through it quicker. And again, these T-Rexes are relentless. We have another injury here somewhere, and it is to the T-Rex, it looks like. Actually, no, it's this guy over here. And it looks like the storm has blowed over. So we're going to go ahead and close all of these shelters, open them back up, have the people come out, come spend their money. So basically at this point, all it is just going to go ahead and advance time here. You could build another enclosure. There's plenty of space on this map. If we did need to, we have plenty of room over here. I didn't really leave myself a lot of room on this side of the map, but that's okay. We could build another one back here as well. So we do have plenty of space. We're going to see if we can get by without doing that, though. I'm going to take a look at our park rating here real quick. So all of our coverages are really good. Accommodation 100%, restroom 94, shelter 97. So this should autocomplete by itself. We're only missing a little bit of a shelter right here, but didn't leave myself enough room. And there we go. Actually, that's what we were looking for. We had high 90s with all of our coverages, so it should have got up to that 4-star mark. And as you can see in the bottom right corner of the screen, it hit about 4.1, 4.2, so we easily went over here. So that chaos theory really isn't that bad by any capacity here. There's plenty of space on the map. Money should never be an issue here. The only time you actually drop cash is whenever you do expand the park those 2 times. It's like 4 million and 6 million respectively. So as long as you're well over that mark, whenever you do take care of that, you'll be good to go. Put in as many carnivores as you can. Keep that T-Rex alive. If you actually take too much time here to complete this chaos theory, that T-Rex could ultimately die. So don't let that happen. Try to take care of it here as quick as you can. But this one really isn't that bad. So we're going to go ahead and pause the game here. We're going to go ahead and save it. And we're going to look at our playtime through. See how long it took. So go ahead and take care of this chaos theory. It took exactly 2 hours and 21 minutes. Our practice took about 2.5, 2:40. So a little bit quicker here when I actually did do it on the stream, on the video here. So that's going to be it for the San Diego, or otherwise known as Lost World, chaos theory here. You do have the amphitheater. I didn't really even go into that or try to use it. You probably can, but you don't even have to by any capacity. As you can see, there's plenty of room here, so this one really isn't that bad. So we do have 2 chaos theories left. We do have Jurassic World, and then Return to Isla Nublar here, the 5th movie, Fallen Kingdom, that came out a couple of years ago. So we're going to go ahead and jump into those next. But that's going to do it here for part 2 of the San Diego, otherwise known as Lost World Chaos Theory, here on Jurassic World Evolution 2. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to like as well as subscribe for more content here, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.